5 reasons the Force is strong with Star Wars Battlefront II. Fight for the Empire, ride Tauntauns, and jump to lightspeed.
2015's Star Wars Battlefront did a damn fine job putting players behind the blasters, lightsabers, and force powers of their favorite galaxy-saving heroes. But while bringing a towering AT-AT to its knees provided more thrills than anything you could do on Call of Duty's front lines, the game still left many fans craving more.
Thankfully, its sequel is answering the call, refining and polishing what worked in the original, while piling on more fresh content and new features than you can fit in the Millennium Falcon's cargo hold. Much like the second Death Star, the sequel seems to be going for bigger and better, even requiring the efforts of 3 separate studios: DICE, Motive, and Criterion to properly develop it. Following a sneak peek at Star Wars Celebration, we spoke with some of its creative forces to find out what fans can expect when the game lands like a wumper fist on the 17th of November. While the folks from Electronic Arts and Lucasfilm played as coy as Boat and Spice, they did share the following details on the next interactive entry from a galaxy far, far away.
Here are 5 reasons to get excited. 1. The story is Star Wars canon.
Not only will Battlefront 2 contain a single-player, story-driven campaign of features sorely missing from its predecessor, but the fresh tale will serve as official Star Wars canon. Spanning the 30 years between the conclusion of Return of the Jedi and the start of The Force Awakens, the narrative path will fill plenty of gaps, introduce new characters, and allow players to explore a never-before-seen planet.
A few months before the game lands, curious fans can also check out Battlefront 2, Inferno Squad, a tie-in novel by Christie Golden, who's penned 4 previous Star Wars tomes. Serving as a prequel to the game, the book set in the Rogue One and A New Hope era will focus on the titular squadron of Empire Spec Ops soldiers.
2. You'll feel bad for the Empire. Assuming the role of new protagonist Iden Versio, played by True Blood and Sleepy Hollow star Yamina Gavankar, fans will finally feel some sympathy for the Empire. While Iden commands the aforementioned Imperial Special Forces unit, she's not viewed as a villain.
Battlefront 2's story depicts the conflict from a fresh perspective, one that paints the rebels as evil-doing terrorists and the Empire as a law and order-loving organization. On her home planet of Vardos, a sort of imperial utopia created specifically for the game, Iden is beloved and respected as a hero. Her plan to avenge the Emperor is ignited when she witnesses the destruction of the second Death Star by the rebels. If this neat narrative twist resonates as its creators intend, fans should expect to see Iden action figures being sold right alongside Leia, Rey, and Ahsoka toys. 3. Iden makes Master Chief look like a chump. While Battlefront 2's heroine isn't considered a bad guy, she is incredibly badass. Sporting a menacing black pilot's uniform and some mean blaster skills, she's as comfortable in the cockpit of a TIE fighter as she is on the battlefield. Trained in land and space combat, espionage, sabotage, infiltration, and Empire technology, she makes the other game's super soldiers look like schoolyard bullies. Perhaps coolest of all though, the capable hero commands a companion droid deployed from her backpack that could teach R2-D2 a few things about hacking security systems and frying foes. This robber buddy, as well as Iden's weapons, gear, and skills, can also be enhanced along a yet-to-be-defined RPG-flavored upgrade path. 4. Multiplayer gets a makeover. Visually stunning and packed with cinema-rivaling action, Battlefront's multiplayer malaise allowed Star Wars fans to live out some of the sci-fi saga's most thrilling moments. Still, its lacking content and minimal depth left more seasoned online competitors as disappointed as a Wookiee defeated at Dajarik.
The sequel's multiplayer modes will span all eras, so characters and heroes from the original trilogy, prequel films, and new movies are all on the roster. This means, for example, Clone Wars supporters could join the fray as a battle droid, while fans of The Force Awakens can suit up as a First Order stormtrooper. Those who prefer wielding the blasters and lightsabers of their favorite characters can earn the ability to play as Luke, Vader, Darth Maul, Yoda, Rey and Kylo Ren.
Additionally, players will be able to pick from defined classes much as they can in other online games and follow a career path that allows them to become proficient in their discipline of choice. This added depth will see users progress their avatars and mold their play styles via weapon, gear, and ability mods. 5 Online battles achieve light speed. While its predecessor was light on proper space combat, Battlefront II plans on staging plenty of its seat-of-the-pants dogfights among the stars. You'd have a better chance grooming a Wookiee than getting deep-diving details on this element, but we do know Criterion Games, the studio behind the immersion-ratcheting Rogue One, X-Wing VR mission, is solely dedicated to making it cool. Furthermore, all ships, regardless of what atmosphere they are cruising in, will feature an upgrade path similar to that of the class-based characters. Hero ships like the Millennium Falcon and Slave Eye can also be piloted and enhanced, and will play a more pivotal role than they did in the last game. New spacecraft, including the Force Awakens version of the Falcon, complete with rectangular radar dish, will also be available for a spin around the galaxy. The absolute coolest new mode of transportation, however, is the Tauntaun. That's right, Hoth's tusked, heavy-breathing beasts can now be mounted and ridden into battle. Fingers crossed we'll also be able to slice them open and revive down teammates by stuffing them into their warm bellies.